Well, we're out here getting all the black fabric laid out down here along these rows here, cleaning out beds, and gonna make this as weed free as we can right now. So that's the thought. I'll show you guys after a bit, but Brett, Delia, and myself, we're out here trying to get these rows done. I got to get this row planted for the butternut squash, so we will have this row ready for me to plant today. Well, I'm back out here in the pumpkin patch, or the watermelon and cantaloupe area. And if you recall, last year I was really nailed with palm amaranth, water hemp, red root, as some call it, pigweed, an aggressive pigweed. Another one would be cockleburs, and many other things. Well, this is kind of how we're going to go about it. Definitely putting down the black. We had the same problem over here, and me and Brett last year got it all mowed down, and you know, as bad as it looks, we salvaged it. There's going to be a lot of berries. We picked, I don't know, only about 3 pints today, 4 pints the other for Saturday. They're just getting started. But anyway, this is where we're at. And I have the butternut squash that we are going to be, there's butternut, and I think there's also some others in here. But I wanted to make sure that I had at least this part done. It's the reason why we didn't quite get this whole area, this whole thing done. We started at 8 this morning and finished at noon. That works for everybody. I got myself up personally at 4, but I also had to pick asparagus and other things. But this is how far we've taken it on the other rows. So bottom line is what a difference it's going to make. It's going to make. If you really want to get down to it, want to see the ugly part of my farm, things that people don't really like showing you. We got a lot of lamb's quarter there. A lot of lamb's quarter. We also, well, that's lamb's quarter. We also have, that is horse nettle, lamb's quarter. Now, all this is going to have to be cleared out tomorrow out of both areas, and we'll get, yeah, goldenrod, you name it. We got everything out here. So the main thing is that we have too much. I mean, that's all ragweed. That's all ragweed right now, and ragweed trying to come up through the ground and all of that. So now we are going there. There's your water hemp, red root. Pull that out right now. Yep, there's old red root, palm amaranth. It pulls out easy, but we're going to get all of this. So let's see, the palm amaranth's already on its way, and I couldn't even stop it. There's nothing I could do. I mean, I've pulled, I hoed, I tilled, I sprayed. No, it was a disaster. So now we're going to change that. Now there's still going to be, right here, there's some red root coming up right there. And, but now that we have this down, that's a heck of a lot less. Right there. That's what I hope to weed this year, is just little things like that. And anyway, we just need these to vine out before and add some weight before I get a big wind or anything like that, and that'll help me. This area was totally covered. I had good vine, and then once you have the vine, you can't do much other than go out and pull the weeds. So let me get on there, get the butternut going, and try to get that planted. Delia is at Overbrook, Kansas farmers market today. So that's where she's at. That's what we had to stop at noon. So anyway, I'll get going here. Got that open. pull out a nice plug. Look at how nice that came out. That is nice. We'll get it going. Let 2025 begin. This might be, I don't know which one that is. What I mean is it, I don't think, it's not all butternut. I think some of it is also, what's the other one? We have another one that we like. Acorn squash. We have some acorn squash as well. So, we'll keep on it going. Pull these areas out. Clean it, get them clean. We tried to shove most of this under the plants when we first, here it is. This one is spaghetti squash. That's what it is. It's spaghetti squash. Now I can tell you I'm not a big spaghetti squash fan, but that doesn't mean our customers are not. And I know Delia likes spaghetti squash. There we go. Keep on moving. The spaghetti squash is going in fast. We'll go ahead and plant some together. To plant these, it's really, all I'm doing is just a little divot in there. There is a lot of moisture, and I just squish it back in there together. It goes really fast. If you look at how nice all of these plants are right now, they're just looking fabulous. We'll keep on going. And just shifting ourselves down, bring it in, get it in there, get that, and squish it and pull out another one. The root systems on these, they're just right. I mean, they need to get planted, or they need to be moved up to the next. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of transferring these guys into a whole nother pot. Look at that horse nettle there, doggone it. Anyway, but I just get them in the ground at this stage, because they're going to put out a tremendous amount of roots. This is my last row of spaghetti. Keep on moving, do a little weeding as I go. Yep, try to keep them down. I tell you something that you probably already know, but there is a tremendous amount of heat. We're about 80 degrees a day, but we have all of the black out here on the, now actually, for whatever it's worth, the soil feels nice and cool because it has a lot of moisture. But because everything's so full of black, there's a lot of heat out here. So planting these, like I said, I'm trying to get in here and make sure I have any additional little weeds done. And again, wonderful roots on these squash. That's okay, we're gonna keep on it going. There's a grass trying to grow on, Johnson grass. is a real problem out here in this zone, that and crabgrass. But I tell you, there's a bonus about the heat. I want you to figure that out. For those of you that's going to do this, I want you to find out what that bonus is. You get in here, if you got an idea, go and leave it in the comments. But you say, goodness gracious, it's 100 degrees in Kansas. How in the world is he gonna keep the plants alive? Now granted, on a hot day like today, look, yeah, gotta keep, sometimes that horse nettle, it goes a long ways underneath there. Ain't you gonna burn your plants up? I'll be honest with you, there's a real concern about getting it too hot, especially young onion plants and these. There's a real concern about on a real hot day. There is moisture in here, but get done. It would do me good to go ahead and run the water in here. That's all weed seed. Yeah. All right. Throw that guy in. Look at that. Nice. I had to use a, let me make sure I got that rascal. I don't need that darn. See if I can't get that weed pulled up before we get there. Cocklebur in that one. We'll keep on going to the next variety. It goes pretty fast. Definitely a good job for a water wheel transplanter. I admit that. A guy could have this job done in little to no time with that water wheel. But we don't have it, and that's okay. Yeah, let me know what you think about this type of stuff. And what do you think of my answer for weeds? Do you like it? What's your idea? Now, rain will go through this woven fabric, so I don't want you to think that it's all plastic. Second, the woven fabric is good for 10 years. It's already been used 1 year, the woven fabric. It's already been used. So if it's already been used, at least there's 9 more years. That's the theory. Now this man had some of it stored up for a couple of years. And so I don't know 100% how old some of this fabric is. But you know what? We didn't pay nothing for it. We met a nice guy, and met Dan. Very nice man. I believe I met his wife, but not positive. And she was busy doing inventory that day, so really didn't get a chance to do any talking or visiting with her. But Dan was certainly very interesting for the little bit of time that we had together. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Get it before it gets any longer. Yeah, this could have, you don't want the winds, you want this thing to get rooted in before the winds hit. There's something right there. Let me reach underneath there, and there it is. Get these small weeds right there. They're in the microgreen stage. They're in the microgreen stage. Here we are. Keep on it going. Yeah. Yeah, the last thing this thing had on it was tomatoes. I'm gonna have to help that one out. You know what? I'm gonna push this one there just in case that's a different variety. I'm gonna move it to the next one up the hill, and let me see if I can poke this out. Because that one came up late. There we go. That one came up late, which really means it's gonna be okay for it to, it's like this one. That's a young one. So some of these guys came up late, but they're not over rooted. So I'm gonna stretch my legs a minute here and get on down. I think I'll let you guys go for a little bit. I gonna stretch my legs, and I'll bring you back online after a few minutes after I get this done. Well, there we go. 125 spaghetti, acorn, and butternut squash are all planted right here. Very happy to have these guys in the ground. And more importantly, get my woven fabric laid down between the rows. Just really happy we're getting that done. Get these weeds kind of under control. Just needs to happen. We need to have a successful year. Obviously making some money and things like that. That's important. That keeps the farm alive. But more importantly, let's reduce that weed population off the farm. We're also reducing herbicide use by not having to use herbicide because I'm using this woven fabric. So, you know, there's some win-wins there environmentally, also erosion-wise. This is protecting the soil. Rainwater will go down this. Now, last year, this row was a swamp. I could not even get all the way down the row to get it planted. I ran into real issues when it came time for fertilization because I could only get about halfway down this row, and then I had to let it dry up and then repeat the process. So halfway down and halfway down and whatever, just because of where the water was so darn heavy during that time. Well, then we turn right around. You go to fertilize a row where one of them's putting on melons, another one is just starting out. Got two different requirements when it comes down to it. So now this is all one row. This is why it was so important that I was up today at 4 a.m. getting things loaded, getting the asparagus picked, getting everything done. I have a lot of cantaloupe, zucchini, cantaloupe and watermelon that also have to get planted. We're going to start that in the next row, and tomorrow we're going to go ahead, hopefully get much further along, get this other half of all these rows done. If we can get that knocked out by tomorrow afternoon, I'll be planting our cantaloupe or Aphrodite or Athena or watermelon, sangria, and crimson sweet out here as early as tomorrow. Whole rows at one time, and when the rains come, let them rain. We'll be okay. But boy, what a relief that we're reducing. Look at all these weeds that are out here ready to come up. I've already mowed them down, been pulling weeds within the row, and what a terrible weed base. That being said, we're going to knock it out, aren't we? We're going to get that thing knocked out. If you have something similar, let me hear what your words are on this. And like always, hit that like button and subscribe. Come grow with us.